Somebody asks, good question. Somebody asks, but if prayer works, why do we need hospitals? God works through physicians. God works through our healthcare systems. You know, He's not gonna do everything like himself. He works through our governmental structures. Actually, the kingdom of God in our government is supposed to reflect the kingdom of God. Okay, let me say this. Let me see if I can say this correctly. Okay, so you got the kingdom of God, which is a place. And then you have the kingdom of God, which is God's structure, okay? The way how he does things within the land, within the earth. And our government is supposed to be, it's supposed to mimic the structure of God's structure, the kingdom of God. That's his governmental structure, and our government is supposed to mimic it. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't follow the true and living God. And that's how the enemy, he gets in and get in and tweak things and destroy things. And if you look a certain way, you don't get good health care. Health care gets so costly that people can't afford it, can't get their surgeries, can't get their treatment. That's the enemy getting in there. But God, he works through our governments. He works through our governments. He works through hospitals. He works through people who are doctors. He gives them the knowledge. He gives them he helps them with research. The Lord he's with us, not only in our walk with Christ, but he's with us in life, within your careers. He's the one who gives us inventions. People invent things. People find research cures to cancers and other other things, other illnesses. He gives us those things. He works through hospitals. He works through our education systems. He works through our justice systems. A lot of the time, the enemy, he works through it too, because he works through people as well who allow him to work through them knowingly and unknowingly, when they don't follow the true and living God, Jesus Christ. But yeah, he works through hospitals and physicians and the land. Okay? I hope that made sense. Somebody said, oh yes, so the people that aren't healed don't have enough faith. Sometimes, but not all the times. We got to remember it's God's will. So if he wants you to be well, then you will be well. If he want to take you home, you will go home. It is suffering in this land. And just because we follow Jesus Christ don't mean that we won't have trials, tribulations, and sufferings. You know what I mean? So it's going to be people who going to suffer in this world. It doesn't necessarily mean that they don't have enough faith or they not praying correctly or anything like that. It's just going to be suffering in this world. Just like how Jesus Christ, how he suffered on the cross for us, it's going to be people who going to suffer in their life as well. Okay? So it's not going to be all roses. This is not heaven. It's not heaven. In heaven, there's no suffering. There's no sin. There's no wickedness. It's perfect. It's holy. It's pure. But down here on earth, it's all those things. Wickedness, suffering, trials, tribulations is all here on earth. And just because we follow the true and living God, Jesus Christ, doesn't mean we won't experience those things, because we definitely will. And Jesus Christ himself experienced those things on our behalf. So, yeah. What else was gonna say? Yeah. But the good thing about following Jesus Christ is that when we do go through those trials and tribulations, we have hope that we have a good God that loves us, and that one day the suffering won't be our reality anymore. I just read in Genesis 41 how it was talking about Joseph. Joseph, the brother that was, everyone was jealous of him, and they sold him into slavery. And he was sold into slavery. Then the Lord was with him the whole time. The Lord was with him, and he made him the second most powerful person in the kingdom of Egypt. He made him the most powerful, the second most powerful. And then one day, the Pharaoh's wife got mad at him and lied on him, and he got thrown in prison, and he was there for years. And then he had got out and became the second most powerful person in the kingdom a second time. And he had a child and a wife and everything. And not only did he do great things in the land of Egypt, but also to this day, people go to Egypt to go buy things. And that all started with Joseph. When people would buy things from him within that kingdom, because he was the second most powerful, they would buy things from him. And to this very day, people are buying things from Egypt. So I say all of that is that when you go through your trials, your tribulations, suffering, and all of that, you got a God that loves you. He loves you. He cares for you. He's there for you, and he's gonna get the glory out of the situation, and you will too. Both of y'all gonna get the glory out of it. Okay, you not suffering for no reason and in vain. Things are gonna happen, but the Lord, he can turn it around, and you're gonna have a testimony to tell, and and it's gonna be written in history. Okay, so don't worry. Okay. I think people think of God as like, oh, my safety net. Can't nothing happen to me because I got Jesus Christ. Can't nobody hurt me. Can't nothing happen to me. Nothing bad. I'm good. And that's just not the truth. It wasn't true for Jesus Christ, and he was God himself on earth. he got hung, whipped, beat, mocked, spit on, all that for no reason. You know what I mean? So you can't expect to not go through nothing either in life.